There are so many online math programs to choose from for homeschooling, right? It's so hard to decide. But if you're looking for something that's completely hands-off and will give your kids a complete math education from 3rd grade all the way through high school, you may have heard of teaching textbooks. Is this really a good math program that you can trust to teach math to your kids without leaving any gaps in their education? Well, let's find out. So here's how the Teaching Textbooks math program for homeschool works. It's all done completely online, although they do have the option to print the workbooks if you want to. They offer their courses by grade or course level, so you purchase one course per grade level, starting in 3rd grade and going all the way through pre-calculus. Once you purchase a course, you get 12 months online access plus another 3 months, so if you need to pause and take a break and come back to it, so you can get a total of up to 15 months. You can do the program on a computer, a smartphone, or a tablet. And the apps can be used offline, which I know is something a lot of families are looking for if they're on the go and internet access can be a little spotty. The cost for the Teaching Textbooks math program depends on the level that you're purchasing. 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade is $49.95. 6th and 7th is $58.95. Pre-algebra, Algebra 1, and Geometry are $72.95. And Algebra 2 and Pre-calculus are $74.95. They also have a large family discount with families from 4 to 8 kids, so that might be something to look into if you're going to use this for multiple children. Teaching Textbooks has a really great free trial, so you can try this out and make sure it's something that you like before making a commitment. And it's my favorite kind of free trial, the kind where you don't have to give them any of your credit card info, and if you don't end up liking it and forget to cancel, you're not going to be charged for anything. The free trial will give you full access to the first 15 lessons in any grade level, and the time limit for the free trial is unlimited. So you can get the free trial, do the first 15 lessons, and then purchase the rest of the course so that you get as much time with it as possible. And all of the work your kids have done so far will transfer. That makes me think they must really believe in their product to offer that kind of a free trial. If you're not sure which grade level or course to start with, they have placement tests. Just click on any of the courses over here and scroll down to placement tests. Then print it off and have your child take the test to see how well they do. Their score will determine if they're ready to start this course or if they should maybe start with a different course. You'll also find a course description, index, and table of contents. So now that you've purchased one of the courses, let's see what it's all about. I'm going to show you one of the earlier grades and then one of the high school level courses. Let's start by taking a look at grade 4. When you sign up, you're going to get an email about how to download the app. The app can be installed on computer, smartphone, or tablet, and you can use it on more than one device. There is a different separate app for each course, so if you're using this for more than one student, you might have to download multiple apps. When you first open the app, you'll need to sign in as the parent in order to set things up. Once you're done, there are more things you can do here on the parent homepage, but we'll take a look at this a little later in the video. First, I want to show you the program from the student's point of view. So we're just going to log out here and then log back in as the student. So here is the main screen. They can work on a lesson or click on some of these other things. We'll start with a lesson. The lessons start with a short lecture on the topic. Students can skip through the lessons if they want, pause, or rewatch a portion of the lesson. At the end of the lesson will be some practice problems to complete. There are a lot of practice problems, and you need to complete all of them in order for the lesson to be marked complete. There's a scratch pad over here if you need it to work out a problem. You can also change the wallpaper if you like. Over here, you can get a hint on the problem if you're having trouble solving it. After you put in your answer, you can watch the solution, which is especially helpful if you got it wrong. Once you complete all of the practice problems, you're done with the lesson. Then you can start the next lesson or go back to the main screen. After a certain number of lessons, there will be a quiz. For the older grades, there will be tests at the end of each chapter. On the main screen are a few more things that I want to show you. First is over here where it says View eBook. This is basically a text version of the lessons. So if your child would rather read them than watch the video, this is an option. Or it's nice just to have as an extra to follow along with the video. They can also do the practice problems on paper, but in order to be tracked, they will still need to input their answers in the app. Over here, they can view their grades and progress through the course. They can change their wallpaper here. Some more wallpapers will be unlocked as they progress through the course. Here is the sticker book of the stickers you earn for answering the questions. I'm honestly not sure of the purpose of this, but there it is. Here you can change the sound for when the hint pops up. Up top here, you can also access a short tutorial if you don't think mine is good enough. Just kidding. Okay, so now before we take a look at the parent section, I just want to show you the Algebra 2 app so you can see how this may be a little bit different for high school. And you can see here the setup is exactly the same. So I won't even show you this stuff because there is no difference, except maybe some different wallpapers and stickers, but the same exact setup. And the lesson format is also exactly the same. A short video lesson followed by a series of practice problems. Obviously the course material is different, but the format and setup is the same. So this is a good thing if you're using this year after year because it will be familiar, but I wonder if they might have gone with something more grown up for the high school courses. To be honest, my oldest is only 9, so we're not here yet. Have you used the Teaching Textbooks program for high school math? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Okay, so now let me show you some of the things you can do in the parent section of the app. To get there, you just log out as the student and log back in as the parent. First, over here, you can take a look at the grade book. If you want your child to redo a lesson, you can delete it here. You can also view their grade on each individual problem here. Here, you can change some settings. The settings you can change look a little different for the 2 grade levels, but they're basically the same. Turn hints on or off, or turn off the hint animation and sound effects. Allow second chances, allow scratch pad, and make it so each lesson has to be completed before they can move on to the next lesson. You can also set the pace by restricting the lessons to 1, 2, or 3 per day. You can also turn the wallpapers and stickers off if you want to. If you have more than 1 student enrolled in a single course and want to change that, you can do that here. Over here, you can view and print the text lessons and answer keys. Here, you can manage the courses your kids are enrolled in, reset the app, or set up new courses. Finally, you can change the parent and student password here. Before we get to the part of the video where I give you my honest opinion on the program, there's just a couple more things I want to show you. Back on the Teaching Textbooks website, they have this section on the bottom of the page where you can access some printables. These are all free, so if you see something here that could be useful, take advantage. Up here, you can log into the parent portal. This is another way for you to view your child's grades, change the settings, view the ebook and answer key, or manage courses. You can also pause the courses here if you're taking a break. So that's everything I had to show you today about the Teaching Textbooks online math program for homeschool. Now is the part of the video where I tell you what I like about it and what I don't like. We'll start with what I like. First, I just love that free trial. You can get a free trial in every single course and try it for as long as you like, no credit card required. I think that's really great. And if you decide to buy the full version, all of your students' work will transfer over. I also like that it's a complete math program. So as a homeschool family, you could use this for your child's entire math curriculum from 3rd grade all the way through high school. And it's completely hands-off for parents, which is great if you're not that good at math. Kids can just log on and complete their lessons without any help, and the hints and the option to see the solution to the problem after they answered it are really helpful. And the lesson videos are pretty short, so your kids shouldn't get too bored watching them. Now for what I don't like. Well, the thing I like the least is there just seem to be too many practice problems. If you get the first few right, I feel like it should skip over some and not make you do every single problem. It's kind of repetitive when you know the material. And even though you can skip ahead unless you've turned that off in the parent settings, it's never going to mark the lesson complete until you have answered all of those problems. And if you skip ahead, the next time you log in, it's still going to start you with that unfinished lesson. So I don't like that so much. I also don't like that they have a time limit on the courses. With homeschooling, I love that you can save your textbooks for your younger kids when they're ready to use them. But with this program, you're going to lose access after 12 months or 15 months if you made use of the pause feature. So you're not going to be able to save this to use for your younger kids. My final thoughts on Teaching Textbooks. This is definitely a solid choice for an online math program for homeschool. The courses are complete and thorough, and I like the way that they present the lessons. I don't think you'll go wrong with this program. But if you have a child who catches on quickly to new math concepts, they might be bothered by the number of practice problems that they have to complete. Or for someone like my daughter who sometimes struggles with math but also just doesn't like too much repetition, it might not be the best choice. What are your favorite math programs for homeschool? I'd love to hear about them in the comments. Thank you so much for watching.